Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I get you in my dreams. Irene, good night.
This is my ode to the end of NATO.
Honestly, what was that yesterday and now continuing today in Davos?
Oh man, I got it right here. I listened to all of it. It was
the bats in his belfry are definitely flopping.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, the big breaking news from this speech in Switzerland, Trump just finished half an hour ago. I've got the whole thing. I'm going to get into it. I got it all. But the big news was apparently we're also going to invade Iceland.
Yes, I saw that bit.
Because the first time he did it, I thought, well, he's 79. Word retention's an issue. Anyway, I maybe gave him a break once. But then 4 more times he referred to Greenland as Iceland.
Yeah, Eric the Red could have told him the difference. I mean, Iceland was the one that was green, and Greenland was the one he wanted them to move to that was ice. So even he got confused.
The thing is, we don't know. I mean, maybe he always meant to invade Iceland to begin with. And they go to Greenland and he says, no, that's not the one I meant.
Are you paying attention to the Supreme Court argument today that's going on right now?
I'm trying, but I can't juggle everything.
Why not? We make miracles.
I mean, here's the part where I've noticed the cable news people anyway are saying the news that he made, but I want you to listen to how he puts it. They're saying, I mean, the headline on Axios and other coverage of this speech has been that Trump that Trump said he would not use force to take Greenland. But I mean, listen to what he says in that passage, because I'm not sure really that's how you should take that.
We never asked for anything, and we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force, where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that.
See, now right there, because he says, I mean, first of all, he threatens excessive force as the setup for this little joke. And then the punchline is, I won't do that. I mean, first of all, why should anybody believe him? But this is the reason I'm focused on it is this is what I'm seeing the news coverage right out of this in the last half hour, giving him credit for making that news that he has. I mean, Wolf Blitzer said it at the top of his coverage after the speech that he announced he is not going to use force in Greenland. So everything's fine, I guess. I don't buy it. I mean, listen to the rest of what he says.
Okay. Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already.
Well, this time he got it right. Later he that's about the last time he says Greenland. Every time after this he calls it Iceland.
All I want is a place called Greenland. I mean, that's what I got.
Yeah. I mean, in other words, he's saying, I won't use force if you give it to me.
Right.
That's
how
what he's
I
saying.
took it.
That's how I think that's how I don't understand the news media. I mean, I know what's happening is the White House is driving that as what they want the headline to be. At least Susie Wiles wants it. I don't know about Trump. And it's funny because the tell on that is when he just said that, he says, oh, I guess that'll be the big news. See, that's because that's what they told him. We want you to say this because we want this to be the headline out of this speech. and he gave it away right there. Is that was the whole? So they just put it in the speech to get the headline that they are actually getting. But I mean, still listen to the rest of it.
Respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them. We were a powerful force then, but we are.
See, he's got this crazy idea that somehow we owned Greenland in World War II and then gave it back to Denmark. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I think he's talking about that treaty that we signed where they got some chunk that we had and we got a chunk that they had, and that's how Denmark actually got official control of Greenland.
Because we gave it to them. Is that
we didn't give it to them? They were controlling Greenland. They were controlling something, I guess, in the Marshall Islands. I've forgotten what that treaty was, but it was right after World War II, and they took over control of Greenland, and we took over the control of that group in the Pacific. One moment, let me see.
I'm looking over here at CNN. I see Andy Bashar on there. I want to go see what he's saying.
Okay, U.S.-Denmark Treaty 1951. The Defense of Greenland Agreement granted the U.S. broad rights to operate bases in Greenland, which allowed for the Thule Air Force Base. And it was part of the NATO cooperation.
Well, that's what he was all getting into. Let's see Andy Bashir for a second.
We need to be taking any territory, much less Greenland, and recognize all we have to do is ask for the access that we need. My hope is that after this president is done, that we can repair these relationships, get back to being the model for the world that we are. And I think Americans take pride in that. And where we are right now is unfortunate. And I think if citizens of the United States sat down and watched the rambling hour and a half of that speech, they'd be frankly embarrassed it was on the world stage.
Governor Bashir, thank you for stopping
I don't
by
know
and
about
joining us.
that.
Pamela, back.
I mean, I read a lot of the comments, and I actually question that. And I think European leaders are questioning whether this is an anomaly or not. I mean, I think what's happening, what I see in a lot of the panel discussions and the people on the street interviews in Europe that I'm watching these days, is that people, they're coming to the realization that Trump's not an anomaly, that this is what the American people want. That's how they're seeing this.
Which we
and
do.
That it's a permanent change.
The key element in the 1951 treaty is that the U.S. must consult with both Denmark and Greenland on matters related to the U.S. military presence. And it was strengthened and added to by the 2004 agreement. So he cannot have the country. He is, what they kept saying is, look, you can do anything you want here. We'll let it, just ask. But no, we're not giving you the country.
Let's see. Sorry. There are some Samaran. Okay, I'll get it home. Somerandum guy. Put that MAGA hat on. Oh, I've got it right here. Let's see.
Some random guy. You gotta learn to separate the letters, Craig.
I know. I have to get you to channel these screen names for me. Oh shoot! I thought I had that. He's asking about the MAGA hat. I've got it right here. Give me 1 second. There's some random guy. Random guy.
Said it. I mean, it's right there in the title.
Here we go. Almost got it. Come on. Get on there, little hat. There it is. All right. Oh, it's so hard to work with this screen. All right. That I still can't get it. I can't get to the button to put it on the stage. There it is. There's your MAGA hat, some random guy right there. That's what they're wearing in Europe right now. Is that what you want? Maybe that is what you want. That's what they're selling on the streets of Davos. They're going like hotcakes right now in Switzerland.
And what he needs to realize is just how
We ain't
big
asking, we taking.
an
Yeah, that's
economic
right.
unit. He has to realize just how much of an economic unit the EU is.
Right.
He's saying they're
Yeah,
living off our tax dollars. No, they are not.
Right. All right, just get used to it. Summer, you know what we got to get used to? We got to get used to losing $1 trillion in trade. Our biggest trading partner on the planet is the European Union. So we're going to get used to losing that. Okay, fine. You don't think we need Europe, my friend? Let's wait and see. China's already doing deals. I mean, Canada's already doing agricultural deals with China to reduce their tariffs so that China could buy their agriculture instead of ours. Yeah, farmers, American farmers are going to have to get used to that. That'll be fun. The European leaders are weak and they have no leverage. America does. Oh, okay. All right. Isn't that great? Might makes right. Is that the deal? Let's see. And what do we got here? Some random guy is on a roll. He's making America strong again. Europeans been riding off our tax dollars for years. It's time. I don't know what you're talking about. What tax dollars are they riding off? I mean, explain that. Where do you get this stuff? Don't listen to this woman speaking. She has no power. We have to take it straight like that. Well, okay. I don't know. He's done. All right. How have you?
Okay, he's being courteous about it. He's giving some pushback, which we do appreciate. But what we go for is what are the numbers? And the numbers say different than what you are talking about.
Now, Gifted Gas. That's a new name, isn't it? Gifted Gas. How have Europe had any of our tax? Yeah, we've been asking that too, Gifted Gas. I mean, I don't know where that comes from. European Union is some random guy. The European Union is the problem why Americans pay for Europe's subsidy programs. Where are you? First of all, where are you getting this stuff? Some random guy, so we can go check it out. Because I don't know, or is it just a vibe? Is this something you feel, or have you seen that? I mean, how are we paying for their? I don't know. We have the biggest economic market that they want. Well, no, the European Union has the second biggest economic market on the planet, and they're doing pretty well. Thank you very much, and they can start switching their trade to China if that's what we want.
The reason they are the size they are is why Trump keeps making noises about they have to pay a larger percentage for their defense. He says because they're rich enough to do it. Yes, they are.
I'm just trying to give you guys some pushback. I appreciate that, some random guy. You got to get out of the echo chamber. Well, I want to know where you're getting your information, particularly this business that somehow we're subsidizing European subsidies. I'd like to see some explanation of that. Because that sounds like somebody else's echo chamber to me. Oh, Katie Bear's on the prowl. Katie Bear's on the prowl, but no countries are trying to take the U.S. like this or have said they will. Yeah.
Dennis Nielsen is on there that we pay more in subsidiaries than they do. There has been negotiation about that as to what percentage of the defense of the world each
what
nation
is deep state
pay.
propaganda? What is deep state propaganda? Some random guy. I mean, I know in your echo, whatever echo chamber you come from, you could just say that nobody questions it. But I'm going to question it. What deep state propaganda are we talking about here? Oh, this is that guy that said Andrew Miller's talking about this guy that we looked up yesterday. That's this right wing.
Right. Super far right and off his rocker on the numbers. That's what we're looking for. What are the numbers?
Oh,
The
don't tell me.
count.
Don't tell me that guy's where you're getting your information. NGOS. Ooh, we dug into him yesterday. That guy's a big joke. Dennis, you get ahead of me, Jamie. I'm just catching up. EU pays the U.S. more subsidiary.
That's called international trade.
EU pays. I'm not following you there, Dennis. Did you follow that, Jamie? Dennis is saying.
Yeah, I said they pay more than we pay for certain things, and that's what I said. That is negotiated international trade. It is not some huge conspiracy.
The NGOs. Oh, I'm sorry, some random guy. You're talking about NGO. That's the non-government agencies or something they call them. Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were talking about that
right. And we have now defunded all of the ones that we had, which actually forces people to come here. The NGOs are keeping them where they are.
Oh, Dennis Nielsen, DK. Oh, are you in Denmark, Dennis? We view the U.S. as a third world country. Well, you know, we had our former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura, say that the other day. I had it on a clip here somewhere. He said, we're a third world country. You know why? How I can tell you we're a third world country? Because third world countries send in their military as police in their local communities. He was referring to the invasion of ICE in Minnesota, saying that's how you know it's a third world country when they use the military.
Oh, now I am totally brainwashed. Okay.
Sagitar Slaith. Anyway, I've been meaning to say, folks, I do like that you tell us where you're from. I like to know that. So we got somebody from Germany here, Sagitar Slaith. I'm from Germany, and I think Trump acts exactly like Putin. Yeah, he's provoking a war over mining resources. I'd go further than that. You know what? I'm going to try out this theory, Jamie. I actually think Greenland might have been Putin's idea. Putin might have put that bug in Trump's ear. I mean, because he knew it would disrupt NATO, if not break it apart, which of course is what Putin's wanted all along. So let's try out that theory, folks. Roger Hunt, love these shows. Moderators don't know shit. Do your homework. All right. We got homework. We got it right here. What else what do you want? We do our homework. We got it. We got our receipts. Some random guys back. This is a syndicate of corruption that is designed to push us into the Great Reset. Ooh, that sounds kind of spooky. Mind your own business, America. We are not your servants. Yeah. You know, the Belgian foreign minister, Sagitar, actually, this might be a good time to play. I've got some quotes from some of the European officials at Davos. Anyway, the Belgian foreign minister made your point. He said, you know, we don't want to be happy vassals or miserable servants.
Glenn Sharp wants the troops in Minnesota. Oh, boy.
Here's a station you might like. Classic hits.
Oh, shut up, Alexa. What is Alexa talking for? Alexa, stop. You don't. My Alexa just starts talking on her own nowadays.
Mine just did too.
I think ours started talking to each other. Is that what happened? Anyway, here's the thing I put together called Euro Mash, folks. Sagitar put this in my mind to play this. These are some of the foreign ministers just today. Well, I think a couple of them were yesterday, but here's what some of the foreign leaders and foreign officials are saying about everything that's going on, and starting with this Belgian fellow
Rational
here.
explanation, frankly speaking. It is possible to address together those potential threats in the Arctic region. So let's do it. But having some blackmail, some threats against allies within the NATO family, this is totally unacceptable.
I think it's sad and totally
Sweden.
absurd that we have an American president who's blackmailing the rest of us, trying to get a piece of land or buy it through threats.
I mean, blackmailing, that's a phrase I've heard, a word I've heard a lot at Davos from these European leaders. They see this as blackmail, basically saying, give me Greenland or I'm going to raise the tariffs. That's pretty much it. Now, what do we think about Macron in these aviator glasses? Did you notice that he did that yesterday? This is his speech from yesterday. I wonder was he having an eye problem, or was it a tribute to Joe Biden? Was he trying to,
You never know with Macron's sense of humor.
yeah, I mean, I do wonder if it was somehow some kind of weird throwback to Biden, because that's, of course, Biden's signature thing was these the aviator glasses. Oh, here's somebody new, bike Irishman. Are you in Ireland? Anyway, in less than 200 years, white Christian American men invented everything important that you use today, homie. Oh, really? Huh. White Christian American men invented everything important?
Oh, yes,
Well,
Macron is having eye problems.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he says that his puffy red eye was the result of a completely harmless condition. So my guess is some form of pink eye or whatever. But yes, that's what it is.
Well, Dennis Nielsen, you're saying the U.S. have a trade deficit because the U.S. doesn't want to buy anything American. What do we sell over there? Do you buy anything American, Dennis? I'd be curious. Anyway, I like it when y'all tell us where you are. One reason we do this at 11 a.m., is so that it's also, what is it, about 4 or 5 o'clock in Europe now? 11 a.m. is kind of a sweet spot for getting her. We got a lot of European folks.
White brothers, okay.
Here's another newbie, Corden. Look at how the Democrats are aiming to remove mandatory sentencing. Oh, okay. Well, we'll look into that a little bit later. That's not our topic right now.
But yes, most of them do want mandatory sentences removed to allow judicial discretion. It goes both ways. Sometimes the judge might want a more stringent sentence, but a mandatory removes that ability.
Now, Glenn Sharp, I like putting people highlighting messages on the screen here, but I'm not going to, when you just say F you to a whole state, I'm not going to put that on the screen. Come up with something I can use here. I mean, that's just not pleasant. And then Kevin Krause, my grandpa is addicted to Viagra. No one taking it harder than grandma.
Oh.
Okay. All right. We got a little comedian there. Fiona Hill's testimony. Boy, what happened to her? I really liked her in those hearings at Fiona Hill. What's she been saying lately?
What's she been doing lately?
I'll tell you what, Dennis, for tomorrow's show, I'll go find some. I bet she's got some interviews I could go find, because I would like to get up to date on what she's got to say. Katie Bear. Katie Bear's on the prowl now. She's going after it. Glenn Sharp's been insulting Minnesota. All right. Okay, Glenn Sharp, is that the way you want to be? I mean, I can block you. I have yet. We've only been doing this show for about 10 days, and I haven't blocked anybody yet, but you're testing me. Now, the FU to MAGA too. I mean, Tyler, that, you're on the other side of what you want to FU, but I mean, that's still not very helpful. Katie, by the way, I've got a couple of clips I from Minnesota that I've saved up to discuss with you. In particular, Mark Bruley, the police chief of, I think it's a suburb of Minneapolis. About 3 minutes, he gave a talk at a presser yesterday that I found really helpful. Yeah, I see you there, Katie. Okay. I'm gonna play this.
Okay, and when you do that, I've got an update on Fiona Hill for you.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and give us that.
Okay, she's currently the chancellor of Durham University and a senior fellow at the Brookings Institute, and serves on the Harvard University Board of Overseers while commenting widely on global politics.
Well, this afternoon, I'm gonna go find a recent interview with her and see what.
Okay, because she's talking about leading the Future Resilience Forum about Europe.
Yeah. In fact, that reminds me of, I was going to play somebody else I really admire, who's won a Pulitzer, went to Yale and went to Oxford, and is Anne Applebaum. And she's just been increasingly getting frustrated with all this craziness. And I'm going to move that from the stage and put this up and go find her. Yeah, right here.
Oh my, there's a long list that Europe gets from us.
Well, I want to play let me play Anne Applebaum here, because this is the kind of thing I want to find. I'm sure Fiona's done some interviews lately, but I want to play it.
This makes the United States look crazy. Our president look off his rocker. We are demanding a major change, a territorial change, to make Greenlanders become Americans, without offering any explanation. This is really a moment when Congress can stop him.
I mean, that's the thing. But will they? I agree they can, but will they? Anyway, what were you saying, Jamie? Uh-oh. Did I lose something? Oh, Katie's there. Oh, I'm sorry. Katie, I didn't see you were there.
Okay. I got confused with Fiona Hill and Anita Hill.
Oh.
So I was like, wait a second. What?
Oh. Yeah.
So I had to look her up. I'm sorry. My brain just kind of short-circuited, and I'm like, I don't know.
Now, did you go see Pam Bondi? She was in Minnesota yesterday.
No. We did see Kash Patel, though, the other day. He was here.
Oh, yeah?
And then JD Vance is coming tomorrow.
Now, what are they doing? I mean, why are they going to all these places?
Well, Pam Bondi's here because she wanted to serve subpoenas directly to everybody. And
is that what she did?
I don't think she did. I'm pretty sure she was just here to make sure they got out.
Yeah.
The thing is that, and I will be honest, they're all on a script to talk about how terrible things are here. And don't get me wrong. Yes, they are terrible on what is happening, but it's not like the landscape isn't terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, the few days that there were the massive protests and stuff, the ICE protests going through neighborhoods, there was a lot of trash left because there were so many flashbangs that went off. And one guy actually has the canisters. He went around and was cleaning up, and he has the canisters, and he turned them into the police. He also found several magazines that had been dropped and left all over the place, like gun magazines that he picked up and took to the cops too.
Left by who? ICE?
ICE.
Is that right?
Yep. He said all of them were like around where the cars were, where they had their vehicles sitting.
Well, I saw this. I saw this. I was wondering if you knew anything about it. I mean, I thought there's so many of these. I wander through TikTok and YouTube and see all these different things, and this one was really stunning. I mean, pulling this guy out in his shirtless in the cold weather. Look at this.
Yep. He's a Hmong man.
And then all the neighbors yelling at him. And look at that. Like dragging this.
Yes.
This is America. I just cannot believe.
And the
this is
weather,
going-
it
this
was
is
negative.
happening.
It was negative temperatures when they took him.
Look at that.
Yeah, people are walking out in their like pajamas and stuff because this was happening right away in the morning.
Yeah, and that was on Reuters.
And yes, it was either yesterday or the day before. They detained a mother and left her baby in the car in freezing temperatures. They have no plan with like CPS or anything like that.
And wasn't there a child found wandering in the streets calling for daddy?
Yes. And yesterday, and I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional.
Uh-huh.
But a father was getting his son off the bus, his 4-year-old son from preschool, and ICE took both of them.
4-year-old son. And then what?
We don't know yet. We just know that they were taken. But we have people that have gone missing.
Yeah.
They're missing. And there was a family, there's 2 families that have had their children taken, and then they get separated in detention. So they don't see their kids, and their kids are little. They're not like teenagers or anything that can kind of cope with it. They're children, little kids. One of them had an ear infection, and because they have no care, they have no people to care for him or give him medication or they begged for him to go to a doctor, and they wouldn't let them have any kind of medical attention. And this little boy's ear infection got really, really bad. So after 2 days, they let them out, and then they went and got him treated and stuff. But the thing is, a little kid, he was like 3. We're detaining these babies, and when they have a medical issue, we're not treating them. I also saw the woman that from the car that they took out of the car and cut her seatbelt and all that stuff that was disabled.
Mm-hmm.
She did an interview, and she said, I had my cane because I don't have good balance. And when they got me to detention, she asked if they had her cane, and they said, no, we didn't get it. And so she said, do you have a crutch? Do you have something I can lean on to walk with or anything? No, they didn't. So they made her walk, and she said they pushed her down the hallway until she got to where she was being held.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I was denied medical care because I had medical issues going on. She has a traumatic brain injury. And that's who she was going to see as her brain doctor. And anyway, but she just said how as she sat there, she eventually had a seizure and had to be taken out. And she said she knew the warning sign. She told them the warning sign. She told them that she had health issues, and they completely ignored her.
Do you know this Mark Bruley, the police chief for Brooklyn Park?
Yes, I used to live there, and actually, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Well, I've got his clip. I saw him yesterday on TikTok, and I've got it's about 2 or 3 minutes long, but I thought he just really was. He was very low key. He was very factual, and just laying out what's been going on in one of the best ways. I haven't even seen Waltz or the mayor just lay it all out quite this cleanly as this guy did. Let's see.
It's really good.
has what the world
Oh,
wants.
that's not it.
Wrong
That's the
person.
That's the wrong one. Let me see. Where did he go? I had him.
He's
right
the
here.
one who got the standing ovation
Where?
at
This?
whatchamacallit. Yeah. He got a standing ovation. I saw it posted last night on Threads. Is that
Oh, yeah, here
Carney
he
got a
is.
standing ovation?
Good
Do you think
morning,
Trump will get
everyone.
one?
I'm Mark Bruley, Police Chief of the City of Brooklyn Park. Behind me is a bunch of amazing police chiefs that are here in support of a very short but very
But
important
he just
message that
lays
we want to
out
share with
exactly what's been happening from a
you. What you
police
won't
chief's
hear from any of us
perspective, which
today
I think is
is
important.
rhetoric of abolish ICE or that there shouldn't be immigration enforcement. The truth is, immigration enforcement is necessary for our national security and for local security. But how it's done is extremely important. In fact, we have a long history of working exceptionally well with our federal partners, including ICE agents, and we have seen the best of them perform their job extremely well in the past. With that said, recently, as the last 2 weeks, we, as law enforcement community, have been receiving endless complaints about civil rights violations in our streets from U.S. citizens. What we're hearing is they're being stopped in traffic stops or on the street with no cause and being forced to demand paperwork to determine if they are here legally. As this went on over the past 2 weeks, we started hearing from our police officers the same complaints as they fell victim to this while off duty. Every one of these individuals is a person of color who has had this happen to them. In Brooklyn Park, one particular officer that shared her story with me was stopped as she passed ICE going down the roadway. When they boxed her in, they demanded her paperwork, of which she's a U.S. citizen and clearly would not have any paperwork. When she became concerned about the rhetoric and the way she was being treated, she pulled out her phone. In an attempt to record the incident, the phone was knocked out of her hands, prevented her from recording it. The officer had their guns drawn during this interaction. And after the officer became so concerned, they were forced to identify themselves as a Brooklyn Park police officer in hopes of slowing the incident and de-escalating the incident down. The agents then immediately left after hearing this, making no other comments, no other apologies, just got in their vehicles and left. I wish I could tell you that this was an isolated incident. In fact, many of the chiefs standing behind me have similar incidents with their off-duty officers. This isn't just important because it happened to off-duty police officers, but what it did do is we know that our officers know what the Constitution is, they know what right and wrong is, and they know when people are being targeted, and that's what they were. If it is happening to our officers, it pains me to think of how many of our community members are falling victim to this every day. It has to stop.
I mean, I just laid it out in a very factual way without a lot of them,
I wonder if random pipe layer knows how ridiculous they sound overhearing comments. They
What
want
now?
citizens deported. Where do you deport a citizen to?
Yeah.
Oh, you just, yeah, I mean, random pipe layer. I mean, you're just a bomb thrower. I mean, what is that fun? You enjoy that?
And the people that were talking about me getting upset and stuff, the reason I'm getting upset is because it's kids. It's little children who can't process this information and what is happening. And it's very scary because, that's, and I will be honest, like, we try and we don't want to shelter our son from all this stuff, but at the same time, we have to figure out a way to explain it to him that makes sense to him. And you have to do that with kids. And many of these children don't understand what's happening. They just don't.
Yeah, I bet.
And when teachers are calling out because they don't feel comfortable being at school, or kids aren't showing up for school because their parents are too afraid they're going to get taken from school. Kids have been taken from bus stops and
Yeah.
parents not notified. It's terrible. And my thing is for the kids, because like I said, they can't process this. An older child, like maybe like 14, 15, 16, yes, they can process this and they can understand stuff. But mentally and emotionally, children cannot process it. And it's very traumatizing. And no, I'm ruled by humanity, is what I'm ruled by. I believe that everybody has a right to be where they want to be. And I'm sorry if that doesn't align with you, but that is my opinion and that's my morals. And if you have a problem with it, then you don't need to listen. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, decency, empathy, and humanity are pretty good things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? One of the crazy phrases I hear a lot in the right wing podcasters. I mean, actually, I remember Charlie Kirk used to use this phrase: is empathetic suicide.
Yep.
You know, that one has always stuck me. They come up with these phrases that are, you know, it's like they have a factory somewhere.
Oh, now we're into whataboutism. Okay.
And I just, and the argument there is that, like, if you're empathetic, then you're suicidal, because you're just gonna, you empathize with these murderers and then they're going to kill you. I guess, I don't know.
Oh God, you know what? Honestly, like, and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of this all stems, and it's because I'm not going to say anything because I'll get chewed out for it. But no, so I don't tell any, I really don't say this, but I have a podcast. I haven't told anybody about it on this because I literally am getting it all ready for Spotify. I've been recording it for years.
Oh, cool.
And
good.
is
it somewhere we
can I can
True
send you
crime.
episodes.
Oh yeah.
It
now,
is true
where
crime.
is it? Where is it?
Nowhere yet.
Oh,
I've been recording episodes. I want to post at least 50 episodes when I
you're gonna be you're like Netflix. You're gonna binge.
I'm gonna binge. Yeah.
You're gonna dump it all at once so everybody can binge.
But
that reminds me.
Raven Rabbit is asking the question we go over and over and over again on this site is, yes, we are in favor of legal immigration.
Yes, legal immigration.
Want to do everything we can to make it possible for people to stay home. They really don't want to come here. They would rather stay home. So you better make home a place where they want to be.
And that's part of the reason why, like, when everything was going down in Somalia in the late 90s, it made sense for them to come here because we had a good we still have a really good community that's very supportive. And I mean, we have a huge population of Hmong in our area, also Russians. For some reason, we get all the Russians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I can say it because I'm part Russian, but but literally, I mean, you can walk around and you hear Russian being spoken everywhere. And we're just a very welcoming place. Same thing with Maine. Maine is a very welcoming place too, and that's why Somalis are in Maine as well. And
why am I popping up on your site?
I'm putting this up because I noticed, because you'd written about how to read a child, and Katie was talking about, she's got a podcast and talking about the impact on children, and I just Jamie's got this blog, and what was this about with how to read a child?
Read the first paragraph and you'll understand it.
Somewhere between the day I was born and the Christmas before I turned 3, I picked up a new book just given to me and read a poem out loud for the first time. Well, to tell the truth, the little obnoxious brat I was, sometimes known to be at the time, grabbed the book from my mother and said, "I'll read it to you this time." I can even remember the first poem. I was once an apple pie, pitty witty titty itty, nice and city apple pie.
Nice and sidey apple pie. But it was how to teach a child to love to look at the little black squiggles on the page so that they make pictures in their heads.
So that they learn how to read.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Here's one for some of our trolls.
Oh, I was gonna post this on Trail Mix today, and I forgot about it. 1 second. I gotta find it on my phone. It was actually something I had posted on Facebook 5 years ago, and I reposted it today. Now I gotta find it.
You know, Dennis made a point.
Oh.
Where was it?
I'm
Oh,
not
here we
mad.
go.
I'm not laughing at missing children, so you are wrong about that.
Dennis, I'm old enough to have parents that experienced the rise of fascism in Germany and the German occupation. I only remember being taught how fascism can get a hold on people and how it works. You know, I think the perspective of those of you who have, at this point, I guess grandparents, and you say parents who experience that need to speak up more and tell, because see, in the United States in World War II, it was a distant thing. We had an American Nazi party, but it was really not a big deal, although Charles Lindbergh was part of it. But anyhow, I like hearing the perspective of Europeans who actually have memories of what this actually looks like and how it happens. I got to do my step and fetch it job. My husband just printed out something because he's working for money. I'm just playing, and I have to deliver his printouts because I have the printer. So y'all
right. This quote it's actually from Neil deGrasse Tyson, so it's good. It was posted on Twitter in 2021, and it says evidence you might be in a cult. Your group has one leader, usually male. You revere this leader and do what he tells you. Your group has answers while nobody else does. And you actively deny your group is a cult. What does that tell you? So,
well,
Regina, we cannot talk about everything all at the same time every day. We do cover it, yes.
Here you go, Dennis. Here's a little gift for some of those who don't see what's actually happening. I mashed these two together, who separated at birth, if I ever saw one.
Are these the neighbors that you want in your city? No. These are the criminal migrants that Kamala Harris brought into your community. And as swiftly as they came, Donald Trump will send them back.
Und das Andenken dieser 7.
It's kind of spooky. They look so much alike.
I know. How many children? Went missing at the border?
Not 500,000, though. He's got number crazy.
Yeah. During
what are y'all reading these commenters again?
Administration. Okay.
Well, let's see where we are with the commenters. Actually, let's see. We got. Oh wow, we were almost up to 1,000.
This is what happened during Biden's administration and what is happening now. So, over 320,000 people were lost or untracked, and that is coming from the DHS office. Over 291,000 people do not have court dates. That's as of May of 2024. And the thing is, I will tell you, immigration takes a very long time. And so does asylum. And a lot of people are asylum seekers and are going through the legal process, and ICE is picking them up. It's really unfortunate. Any child is too many. I agree with you. He's not a child trafficker. I can assure you he is not. I'm really tired of people just saying that he's a child. You know what probably happened is that they were allowed to go back and they went untraceable again because we're not tracking every single person that maybe we returned to their country. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, Zach Scott.
There's
There's a
and
word.
a lot of it may be due to lost paperwork. There's a whole long thing you can pull up. All you have to do is ask Google or your favorite search engine to find it as to what the status is today on those children. So no, we're not harping on it, and we don't go in for whataboutism. We try and correct it wherever it's found.
Zach Scott has a message for Rosita. Drop out of bot mode for 30 seconds. What did Trump do to lower the price of gas?
Curly, I agree with agree with your statement. The oil is just the start of it. I agree with that 100%. And Trump didn't do anything to lower the price of gas. The price of gas usually goes lower during the winter months because we're not traveling as much. So because of that, that's why gas price is lower. So you buy more. Plus, you go through more gas during the winter, so because you need more power for your car. Oh God.
Oh, let's see. I was going to get back to. I wanted to finish the mashup of Europeans getting back to the European leaders over at Davos, and I've become a big fan of Mark Carney.
I know. I like him.
Prime Minister.
Canada, please adopt Minnesota. We will be so good for you. We will teach
We
you
are an
all
energy
of our
superpower.
recipes.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, I see. We got let's see if we broke 1,000 yet. We almost did. Oh, we're almost to 1,000 years. 900.
We got invaded today.
976. Well, that's because I put us on X again. Every time I put a link on X, it's okay.
We get the trolls.
But anyway, it's all right. But anyway, here's
vast reserves of critical minerals. We have the most educated population in the world. Our pension funds are amongst the world's largest and most sophisticated investors. In other words, we have capital, talent. We also have a government with immense fiscal capacity to act decisively. And we have the values to which many others aspire. Canada is a pluralistic society that works. Our public square is loud, diverse, and free. Canadians remain committed to sustainability. We are a stable and reliable partner in a world that is anything but. A partner that builds and values relationships for the long term. And we have something else. We have a recognition of what's happening and a determination to act accordingly. We understand that this rupture calls for more than adaptation. It calls for honesty about the world as it is.
Now this is a part that I found interesting, and it echoes what some of the other European. I mean, they are basically saying this is a permanent rift with the United States, and at least we need to assume it is, and we need to prepare for it accordingly. And this is what some of the others have been. They almost like they've been discussing it amongst themselves. But this passage here is where he gets into that.
We are taking the sign out of the window. We know the old order is.
I thought that was an interesting phrase. What do you think that means? We're taking the sign out of the window. What could that mean?
Not coming back. We shouldn't mourn it. Nostalgia is not a strategy.
Welcome sign.
But we believe that from the fracture, we can build something bigger, better, stronger, more just. This is the task of the middle powers. The country.
That's a phrase I hadn't heard before that I've heard since now. Is they refer to themselves as the middle powers. Canada and I don't know if France, or do they consider themselves a middle power?
That have the most to lose from a world of fortresses and a most to gain from genuine cooperation. The powerful have their power, but we have something too. The capacity to stop pretending, to name reality, to build our strength at home, and to act together.
See, I take that as a shot at Trump. We have the capacity to not pretend.
Or lie.
I mean, I love listening to the this, sort of what's underneath some of this diplomatic language.
That is Canada's path. We choose it openly and confidently, and it is a path wide open to any country willing to take it with us.
That's a theme that was coming. I find this really important and interesting that these European leaders, they are looking at Trump as not an anomaly. They are making a conclusion that this is what the American people want. This go it alone. Europe's on its own. Canada's an enemy. I mean, they're just making, I think because we elected Trump twice, why wouldn't they make that conclusion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to keep pointing out that while he may have won a plurality of the popular vote, it's less than 50% of the nation, and it's going lower constantly.
Yeah. But I think for their own national security, they can see that, but they've got to make that conclusion that we've got to prepare for a world without America. Here's some more of them.
Look at the situation where we are. I mean, a shift towards autocracy against democracy. It's as well a shift towards a world without rules.
A world without rules.
International law is trampled underfoot, and where the only law that seems to matter is that of the strongest, and imperial ambitions are resurfacing. Competition from the United States of America through trade agreements that undermine our export interests, demand maximum concessions, and openly aim to weaken and subordinate Europe, combined with an endless accumulation of new tariffs that are fundamentally unacceptable, even more so when they are used as leverage against territorial sovereignty.
We understand that this rupture calls for more than adaptation. It calls for honesty about the world as it is.
I think that's a great line. We understand this calls for more than adaptation. This is kind of radical talk in diplomatic lingo.
Taking the sign out of the window. We know the old order is not coming back. We shouldn't mourn it. Nostalgia is not a strategy. But we believe that from the fracture, we can build something bigger, better, stronger, more just. This is the task of the middle powers. The countries that have the most to lose from a world of fortresses and the most to gain from genuine cooperation. The powerful have their power. But we have something too. The capacity to stop pretending, to name reality, to build our strength at home, and to act together. That is Canada's path. We choose it openly and confidently, and it is a path wide open to any country willing to take it with us.
The seismic change we are going through today is an opportunity, in fact, a necessity, to build a new form of European independence. And this need is neither new nor a reaction to recent events, but the truth is also
this is tough talk.
That we will
this
only
is a
be
breakup.
able to capitalize on this opportunity
That's what this is.
if we recognize
And
that
this was before
change is
he gave
permanent.
today that was more hostile to Europe.
Of course, nostalgia is part of our human story, but nostalgia will not bring back the old order.
That's a phrase
And
notice how all three of them use that word nostalgia. Macron, her, and Canada's guy, they all use that phrase. They've compared notes. So they're saying that the idea that America is the leader of the free world is just nostalgic, and we can't be nostalgic anymore. That's what they're saying.
No, I mean it's fair.
And hoping for things to revert soon will not fix the structural dependencies we have. So my point is, if this change is permanent, then Europe must change permanently too. It is time to seize this opportunity and build a new independent Europe.
Cleaned up, rest, and then we're going back out. I got drugs.
New independent Europe.
I'm getting druggy.
Yeah.
A new independent Europe. That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to take us back to what I was going to. I'm going to go back to Lead Belly when we're done, when we're finished. Singing Goodnight, Irene.
Nice.
That's our message to NATO and Europe. Goodnight, Irene.
Yeah, those people do not realize just how bad off we would be without trade with Europe.
Right.
Yeah, if Canada isn't talking to us and Mexico isn't talking to us and Europe isn't talking to us, who does that leave? It's not good.
It's just ignorant, and and you know, it's always been a danger. I mean, it's always been a sentiment, but we never had a leader. We certainly never had a president who fed that that kind of talk. You know, that Europe, that we just don't. It's the whole America first thing. You know, I mean, that's just more than rhetoric. I saw somebody at Davos saying that the problem that they realized about Trump and his rhetoric is his anti-European, anti-democracy. His rhetoric is actually his policy. The rhetoric is the policy.
And we did it all before. It did not work out well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless anybody else got anything to say, that's our hour, and I'm going to wind up with thanks to Stir yesterday. He turned me on to Lead Belly. This is actually a pretty interesting recording of the old blues artist Lead Belly. Goes back a few years. The Library of Congress. This is a project of the Library of Congress. Huddy William Ledbetter. Lead Belly, they called him, and this was a recording they made. Library of Congress made of him singing. Did y'all? I always remembered this. I grew up. My parents would always say "Good night, Irene," "Good night, Irene," but I never knew it was actually a song.
Well, yeah, the Weavers in the 1950s made it a big hit.
The Weavers. Oh. Okay, there, Katie. Keep us posted. We'll keep watching.
I won't be around tomorrow, but Friday for sure.
All right, and
before the walkout,
I'm actually planning to make your slow cooker chocolate as soon as I.
Oh, really?
my next. I made a grocery list for my next grocery order from Safeway. I want to make, because we got a big snow coming. Monday supposedly.
Yeah. If you want any more recipes, let me know and I'll send you more.
Yeah, I saved that slow cooker chocolate recipe. Okay, Jamie, talk to y'all later. Here we go with Lead Belly.
Okay, bye-bye.
Taking it out with Lead Belly. That was the end of the song. I see. I got to go back and get him again. All right.
I'll put the Weavers version up on the site.
Oh, okay. All right. Here he is now.